So You Want to Be a Hero is made by and for ostensibly mature adults. As such, be advised that it may contain violence, sexual themes, and strong language such as raspberries or fook.
It's fuck. The word is fuck, Trevor.
Oh.
Full content warning can be found in the episode description.
Fuck.
Welcome to So You Want to Be a Hero, a real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast where 5 best friends said, fuck it, and pressed record. I am your host, Brad Silman, and with me always are my 4 best friends. Laus Weindel.
Yo!
Emily Robinson.
Fuck it! Oh, wait.
Davis McQueen.
I'm still here!
And John Bartholomew Garza. That's not his middle name.
No, it's not.
It's not his middle
It's
name.
Elizabeth.
Sounds good.
It's Smith.
It's
It's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Wait, is it really Elizabeth?
No.
No, it's another Mel Brooks reference. The second one of the night from Emily.
I know the reference, but I'm not going to say it.
Captain America over there. Hey, I got that.
And with a
Fake
new
is loud.
season of razzing me and razzing Davis and
Hey,
telling
no,
everybody
Elizabeth
everything,
Hitler.
guess what that
Comes from a long
means?
line of English queens.
I'm not going to do the whole thing like I did in the last one, but it's Dice Breakers, where our players roll a d20, and whoever rolls the highest gets to roll a prompt. Let the games begin.
12.
12 for Emily,
Lucky number 7.
12 for Emily, 7 for Davis,
10.
1.
10 and 1. 12. Emily, please roll a d100.
Holy shit, I won with 12. 29.
29. Hold on, I'm still writing things down. This is-
29.
Nice.
R.I.P. Oh no, Ross and Carrie.
All right. So we're going to do this on our breaking character. John, what would you say Kodiak's characters' hobbies or interests are outside of their class?
So, Kodiak's interests involve scratching his back on trees,
Yeah?
stealing pies left by windows,
Oh.
and really seeing if he can just find someone that he can just lay on top of and not crush them. He's just looking for somebody that he can just like flop on.
Nice.
And he's single.
Hey, ladies, he's single. Speaking of
no,
single,
I'm gonna get that bear dick.
No.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
he's gonna give that bear dick.
I'm gonna high five you out
Davis,
of
you're next.
respect for
Davis,
you,
what
but
would you
no.
say that Blossom's hobbies and interests are outside of being a paladin?
Bear dick. Oh. Okay, guys, that was fucking funny. Come on.
You know what's
All
fucking...
guys think bear dicks are funny.
Yeah.
It's not true.
You also find it funny.
Fart buckle.
Please do not send me
Don't
your
bring
bear
that
dicks.
back.
When I have downtime, what I usually do is I become dormant, and I just enjoy the...
Wonderful.
That is my main hobby.
I like it.
I also wander the forest, and I take care of the plants, and sometimes I deliver mercy blows to suffering animals.
You fuck. Did you kill my mom?
I almost did in that flashback, but I didn't want to do that and create some tension here. But that is one of my jobs. Is I ferry animals.
Well, Bowen?
So Bowen actually doesn't really have a lot of downtime outside his class. The whole thing is he is a sponge
Trying
for
to learn
history and
everything.
knowledge, trying to learn everything. However, he did enjoy the occasional chess game with Mir.
Nerd.
Yeah,
Nerd alert.
he's a knowledge cleric. He just wants to study. His life goal is to become the wisest man in the world.
Instead of the most interesting. Sorry.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Come on, why you gotta do him like that?
Why you gotta do me like that?
Hey, Kalani,
Yeah.
what would you say that your interests and hobbies are outside of being a monk?
Well, you know, my profession requires a lot of discipline, and I've found that pairs very well with my passion of glass blowing.
Really?
Yes.
I like that. That's the best answer.
No fire required.
You get inspiration.
What?
Only for this episode, though.
Are you telling me chess is as cool as glass blowing?
I'm not saying that about anything or anyone.
Listeners, that's what Brad just said. You heard it here first. He thinks glass blowing is cooler than chess.
Because it is.
It is.
I really like chess, though.
I really like chess, though.
It's just fun.
There's nothing wrong with liking chess, and there's nothing wrong with liking glass blowing, but that was the most interesting answer.
Davis blows animals.
Whoa, that's not what I got.
Sorry, he mercy blows animals. His words. He said he mercy blows animals.
Off the
And
rails.
I want you to know I held my tongue during that bit, but no more.
Bear dick. Oh my
Davis
god.
is canonically our furry.
So
Mercy blowing.
You're gonna have to cut
They
so
just-
much.
I know.
He just broke up with their significant other, and Davis is like, hey.
Keep it all.
Best way to get out from under somebody is to get on top of somebody else. Am I right?
Yep. So, as we got back into the world of Aurora, to be determined was camping. We had some goat fun. We had some.
This is like the
Wait, I don't get it.
Well, to be determined was camping off. We had some goat moments between Forte and Samwise Goat Cheese. There was some
Bitch.
talking about giving some armor to Gloria. And finally, a nice old dwarven man by the name of Gribben and his Jacqueline, Emmy, for payment of the food that you guys were camping out with. Gribben began to tell you a story about the breaking. The breaking of the Broken Mountain, Baedalith, and the loss of Mir, the beloved leader of the oracles of past lives, and the group taken the delivery of her body to the resting place with all of the other leaders, Madrigard. We got to see the memories of her grandson, Bowen, and her best friend, Kodiak. And as you made your way closer to Baedalith, you found... As the heroes of this story made their way
There
closer
we are.
to Baedalith, thank you, Forte, you found yourself in a treacherous territory surrounded by the Kathrun, the followers of Eros, the stone giant. And just as you were just as they were trying to
You're telling a story, man.
Sorry.
I'm helping you with the bow, but you have
Thank
to
you.
do the most
Thank
of the
you.
heavy lifting.
Excuse me. And as they were trying to make their way through this place, because of the gracious respect that Eros had for Mir, honored the final wish granted by Kodiak to make their way closer to Baedalith. And Tango, would you please go ahead and hand me some of that popcorn that you have over there? It's perfect time for that.
Let me butter it first.
Please.
The secret is to melt it and then shake it in a bag.
Does anybody have any cinnamon?
No.
It's a medicinal thing.
Oh, right.
Always.
Always.
I believe that would also be Tango, though they probably forgot they carry it in their sack.
Tango, could you put some
I
butter
got
and cinnamon
distracted
in my
by the
popcorn?
shaking popcorn. What?
So, as we get back into the world of...
Is that a sheep bladder?
As we get back into the... Breathis, the Rage is here.
Get out of here, Brathis.
Sorry, wrong episode.
Ooh, we're gonna have to fight Brathis at some point, huh?
Who knows? Maybe not.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, but we just murdered his boss.
I don't know. He might side with us. We're so sweet.
So as you guys begin
Trevor's
to
sweet.
walk past Eros and his tribe, you walk deeper into the mountain valley.
So you have beef with them, I'm assuming? Not in the literal sense.
Right. How would I even take that literally?
Wait, you have beef?
That's how.
No,
My nose is just in your pack.
No, I. Okay, here, have some jerky.
See, now he knows it's there.
Yeah, and now my hand is wet.
And it's going to be wet for the rest of this trip.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Sorry.
Tango, honey pie. Tango, let the man tell his story.
Tango, thank you for the popcorn. And as you begin to have this interesting interaction between Kodiak, the bear, the beef, the jerky, the wet hand, you hear some rocks just kind of like falling from the side.
You see Kalani instantly take a defensive stance.
And as the rocks settling, the dust clouding in the sky, screams of pain and sorrow are in the distance as Kalani, your once thriving village of Sandgill, has been ravished by a massive earthquake. And you open your eyes and clear the dust, and it's hard for you to see, for the rocks are covering you. What would you like to do?
I would like to flail.
Magikarp flail. All right, you're trying to get out of these rocks, but you covered in these things, and you're just a child.
I'm gonna scream for my mom.
All right, give me a performance check. -5. Unless it's a 1, and then just the 1.
Just all kids get -5. I like it.
Damn. Adrenaline is good. 13.
With a 13. Okay, with the 13, you're screaming, "Mom!" And you hear a muffled voice. Hello? Are you okay in there?
Mom!
And
Sorry.
just hold on. I'm gonna help.
I can't.
And you hear the rocks shuffling around you as light pillows in through this. Pillows in? Yeah. Burrows in? No, not burrows.
Billows?
Billows. As light billows in through the rocks, and you feel this 2 hands lift you out and is holding you. And as you open your eyes to look and adjust from the bright light, these green eyes with kind of crow's feet starting to form around her eyes. There's a bit of gray hair in this temples area, a streak in her bangs as she pulls you out the rubble and sets you down and kneels to you, brushes the dirt off of you. Are you okay, little one?
No. Where's my mom?
Who are you? What's your name?
Have you found my mom yet?
We're gonna find.
What about
your
my
mom.
dad?
We're gonna find your parents. My name's Mir. Okay, just let's take a breath. Okay. It's gonna be fine. Okay, we're gonna find your parents. Okay.
I think they were in the kitchen.
And she's looking around as you see, and you see this as well. All of the houses, all of the village has been leveled as a giant crack is in the middle of your once thriving town. And it's hard to see people. There's a few people that are kind of getting out of rubble. Earth Genasi's, some humans, some orcs. All right, what's your name, little one?
I'm Kalani, but I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. So if you could get my parents,
Hi,
please.
Kalani. she touches you.
Oh.
And you feel this energy come up, and calm emotions has been cast on you.
Kalani quiets down, but there's like tears streaming down her face,
You see,
along with some snot and blood.
she's wiping, like ripping pieces off of her cloak, and like tying up your arm that has a little bit of cut and blood and
And the
whatnot.
cloth starts to smoke a little bit.
Okay. I'm from Roki. My name's Mir. I'm the leader from there. Just right across the village over there. Okay? All right, Kalani, you are a brave little girl. Now let's try to find somebody who might know you, okay?
Okay. So the kitchen was, I think it was that way.
And she looks that way, and you see a giant hulking forest spirit with a deer antlers kind of like roaming around trying to help people in rubble. And you also look on another path, and you see this giant sentient bear that's kind of using magic to help move rubble around as well as dig through.
I like shrink back into Mir's legs.
It's okay. It's okay.
You said you're in charge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
And she like kind of puts her hand on your back and starts to lead you toward this group of people that have huddled around. Roll me a perception check at disadvantage because of your emotions.
That hit my foot. It was a nat 20.
Don't lie.
It wasn't at 20. Holy shit.
Well, at disadvantage, it's a 9.
-5, so 4.
No, that was.
Oh, with the minus.
-5.
Sorry, my bad. You don't recognize any of these people, and you hear Mir. Do any of you people? Does these look familiar to you, Kalani?
Well, I mean, I've seen them around, but we didn't really talk to them.
And I think in this moment, the fear starts to set in. Where's your sister? Where's Navi? Where's your mom? Where's your dad?
I think you should go get my parents now.
Okay, we're gonna get your parents.
And my
okay?
sister's probably going to be back soon, so you should probably, hurry, because she's going to be upset if my parents aren't back.
We're gonna continue to look.
Okay.
We're gonna. You see, that's my friend Blossom, and points at the figure, and that's my friend Kodiak. Okay. You see the bear, and we're all going to help find your parents. Okay, it's the last thing that I'll do is help you find your parents.
Okay.
And she looks at you, gets down on your level. I'll continue to help you as long as you want. Okay?
Okay.
And you guys go. You begin to look. A few hours go by. Then a few days go by. A few weeks, months, years, decades. But at some point, you recognized that you weren't going to find anyone, but the hope is still there. And as you, Kalani, in the present time, have that guard up, the rocks fall. You know, you've been here quite some time. This is almost like a thing that you do from time to time. You're back in the moment of getting ready to do this very important task for Mir. because she was going to help you find your home and your family, and in turn you found family in her. And you look and you see Bowen, who is kind of like a nephew to you. And you see Kodiak, who is a friend, and Blossom, who is a friend as well. Because everybody who's a friend to Mir is a friend to you.
Oh, come here, kid.
I go big ol' hug.
Yeah. Big auntie hug.
You see a little bit of the first smoking, but he doesn't care.
Breathe.
I lick your head.
Now my head's wet.
And it will be for the rest of the trip.
Oh no.
I let go.
You know, a lot of dead parents, but this was the saddest one. Bravo, Emily. That was really good.
Thank you.
I'm sad now.
Sorry, guys.
Fuck you, Brad.
So you're a lava genasi? Was like your dad an earth genasi and your mom a fire genasi? That's awesome.
Ooh,
That is
so
a pretty
close.
cool
It was
thing.
the other way around.
Oh.
Oh, no money for you, Davis. Looks like you get to go home empty-handed.
I really like that conceptually. I think
No, I
that's
thought that was
I
cool
do
too.
think
it's
When
pretty
she
great.
presented that character to me, I was like, makes total fucking sense, and it's fucking awesome. So, all right,
Who's carrying the body?
Kodiak.
Is she just like
wrapped,
and
on my
draped over your back?
like
Okay.
almost like a backpack kind of thing, like
Okay.
wrapped.
Tied.
Okay, so it's,
Just like how
it's tied
she's-
onto you.
yeah.
She's not gonna just fall off.
No.
Okay.
No. He would never.
I would never.
That body's not
There's a
touching
belly
the ground
button and a
under his
chest band.
watch.
Oh no, I will die first.
Yeah.
So,
I may die first.
Let's hope your back doesn't get itchy, because then you roll and it'll all be over.
I can keep myself together. I'm awakened, okay?
I'm
I
asleep.
love y'all. As
Sorry, that was
That was pretty good though. I liked it.
a little hanging fruit.
As you make your way closer to Badelith, you make your way out of this mountain path and into the final forest that's closest to Madrigard and Badelith.
We're almost there, guys.
We are.
I remember these trees. Some of my oldest friends.
What's their names?
Blossom, you think those names. You think them long and
How it is
hard.
to be a DM, guys.
You just think them. That's the best way to respect them, is inside your head.
There is no way for me to communicate what they are called.
Okay.
It's more of a tone that they each have.
Can I hear one tone?
You can always hear it because you hear the verdant echoes too. That's what
But
evoke
for
you.
our listeners.
So speaking
Oh, there's some orphan gnomes over here. Go away, guys.
Alright, sorry, I could resist.
how about
Make me
everyone
do
give me,
ethereal nature sounds.
give me an Arcana check from each of you. Blossom, advantage, and Kodiak, advantage.
I got a 10.
Cool.
Got a 7.
I got a 17.
15.
Perfect. Both of you, who rolled higher than a 15, begin to feel the verdant echoes.
Dibs on the band name.
They played at ACL this year. Blossom, I think you feel more comfortable than you've ever felt in a very long time being here. For as you walk into this mysterious forest, the base of the mountain, you're welcomed by these echoes.
So, the verdant echoes are like an ethereal music of life itself, and it connects all living things, but only certain creatures can hear it. And I think what is hard for Blossom is a lot of times being an individual and not fully understanding it. And when I really start to harmonize and resonate with the echoes, it's when I feel most complete, because I feel a part of everything.
And as you're feeling this, in this glade, you remember many moons ago when sunlight flittered through the emerald leaves and the air was alive with this scent of blooming wildflowers. This was your domain. You were singing and swaying to those verdant echoes, spirits and nature flowing around you and through you. And you hear rustling of leaves. And you look and you see this small girl with wild red curls and a spirit as bright as the sun. And she stumbles into the clearing, her laughter ringing. You were there cloaked in the essence of the forest. You felt an immediate warmth as this girl's wide, curious eyes meet yours. Time seems to stand still as you share this moment of wonder, a silent connection that transcends words. You could feel the love she had for this place, the love and curiosity she had for nature and preserving it, even as a kid. It was strange for her to see you, to feel you. And this girl knelt, her fingers brushing the petals of the nearby flower, her laughter ringing with gentle rustles of leaves. And I think you feel this surge of joy as this girl reached out to you. And in an instant, a bond was forged over that weave, you and her together, like an intertwining roots of this ancient trees. And her big green eyes staring back at you. And she puts a hand on you. How do you feel in this moment, Blossom?
I mean, connection, right? And I think I recognize that she has some purpose for the forest.
Yeah.
Or the forest has some purpose for her.
Roll an Arcana check.
Yikes, that is a nat 1.
Nat 1. All right.
Which is a 0 for me. So
That's fine. It's a nat 1. With a nat 1, you feel
Nothing.
so much. You feel so much emotion.
Allow me to use the mercy blow.
Brad's face.
You feel. I shouldn't have made you roll.
Yeah, that's on you, Brad.
You feel so much arcane energy from the forest, from her, from everything, that it's hard to pinpoint, right? And as she touches your chest, she says, "Tag, you're it!" As she starts to run off, giggling and looking back at you. And you kind of, in this moment, see her swaying with the melody of the verdant echoes. Do you begin to chase her?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I give her a second, and then I go lumbering after her with some like heavy thuds.
I love that so much. And as you begin to do this,
Also, I have like a literal deer skull for a
Yeah.
head, so she looked me in the eye straight into the empty hollow sockets of this skull and didn't blink once.
Nope.
I love this kid.
she's great.
I'm picturing you like extra slowly lumbering. Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
And
He's her uncle. He's giving off some hard uncle energy.
and as you look
Not
onto Bowen,
not like that, John.
you see the same mysterious and curiosity and joy in him. Even though there's a sadness in his heart, you connect and you feel it. And you turn to see the rest of your party as Madrigard is just around the bend.
If I get a chance, I don't know if I'm probably not proficient in any verdant echo like singing or humming.
Yeah.
But when I notice Blossom sad, I'm going to do my best approximation at what she sounds like.
Oh.
And see if maybe he wants to join me as we walk through this clearing.
Go ahead and give me a performance check.
A performing bear.
So, Kodiak, you begin to do your best, and it's fairly well, as you two are enjoying this moment with the echoes. And Bowen and Kalani, since you guys didn't roll well enough to hear the echoes, you're now hearing it almost be translated or performed by your bear friend, Kodiak. How are you guys feeling being in this forest, knowing that this is the home of Blossom?
Safe.
You feel safe?
Oh, easily the safest probably I've felt since the village. That almost didn't make me feel safe.
Yeah. There used to be a tree right behind my house that I would climb all over every day. And it had very similar flowers in the spring to those in Blossom's mid to upper branches.
I like that.
Kodiak, it's time for me to get on top of you if you don't mind. We're almost for the final preparations. I have to say the prayers over the body.
Okay. And I sort of bend down so that he can climb up.
And I start, my hands are over the bodies as I start chanting and repeating phrases. When the flowers bloom, yet the leaves fall, the colors change from green to gray. The orange hues, the winter's hall, life begins to freely sway.
Did you ad-lib that?
Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you.
That's great.
I almost stumbled there at the end. I was like, oh no, what rhymes with?
Well, I thought you were reading it till you hunted for that word there at the end.
And the four of you, after doing your prayers, make the final turn. And you're at the base of Betalith. And you've made it to Madrigard, which is this hauntingly beautiful, ancient burial ground nestled at the base of the mountain.
Yeah, I have oils in my hands as I'm anointing the body while traveling to the final spot.
And as the approach, there's marked by stones etched with glowing runes. Surrounding this site, ancient trees with luminescent flowers create a mystical atmosphere with a central altar. From the dark stones serves as a focal point for rituals or offerings or eulogies. And as night begins to fall, Madrigard transforms into this realm of enchantment. The mounds glow softly under the moonlight, and the air thickens with an ethereal energy, allowing the spirits to pass, leaders to emerge, share wisdom with the living if so would ask. This sacred space not only honors the dead, but also embodies nature of life, death, and magic, reminding the villagers of Roki, the oracles of past lives, of the legacies of its leaders, and the protective embrace of their spirits. And you all see a spot for Mir.
It is time. Blossom, if you would, and Kalani, would you help move the body, please?
Of course.
With Kalani's help, I get off of Kodiak. Kodiak gets on his knees as we start untying the knots, which in and of itself is its own ceremony because they're specialized funeral knots that our village uses. So we untie those carefully while chanting, and then Blossom and Kalani take the body and lay it on the altar. It is time for the final words. I shall go last, for I am her grandson. But if anyone has anything they would like to say, even if it is just a simple goodbye, now is the time.
Kalani walks up to the body and bends down and gently kisses the linen-wrapped cheek and whispers in Mir's ear, "Your body to the earth, your breath to the wind, your tears to the sky, and your spirit to the flame. I will see you again."
And Kalani steps away from the body of her friend and mother figure to an extent.
Kodak will make his way forward and place his big head just right on top of her chest for a moment. And just slow, soft growl for just the resignation of it. A sort of merging of his own verdant echoes with her to sear on to the next, before just only whispering to her, "You were the best of friends, and the mother I needed when I lost mine. I will see you again soon, my friend, for my journey is much duller without you there. Save me a place and some ear scratches." And I lumber away, crying.
And Kodiak and his gigantic bear body slumbers away, tears streaming down his eyes with the backwards bib of a cape. And sits next to Kalani.
Oh, can we just take a quick 2-hour break so I can drive home and hug my dog?
Sorry.
All right, back after 2 hours. Emily, how you feeling?
Sad.
All right.
Blossom steps forward, brandishing their scythe. And I turn and I look at all of you. Mia was my friend. She brought me out of the forest, gave me a tribe. In some ways, I am happy at her death, for it means a life was lived, and hers was a full and wonderful life. And she would be happy to know she returns to the earth to nourish it. And my scythe begins to glow gold as I touch her body and cast gentle repose. But I'd like to modify it to where it doesn't stop the decay, it just keeps her from ever being raised undead. I do feel sorrow, though, and I can only express that through song. So please hear my mournful song. And I begin to sing the sound of the verdant echoes as best as I can translate it for them to hear.
And you all see Blossom kind of stand next to the other three, Bowen, as you hear the echoes, the verdant echoes, as best as you can comprehend from Blossom and Kodiak as well.
I walk up to the altar myself. As I have now donned during the journey what appears to be more of a regal-esque armor, scale mail, for those wondering. This is a burial garment that the clerics use during funeral rites. And I go up there last and I go, we all loved Mir. She was my grandmother and took care of me the most when I needed it. And then you all took care of me. And I want to take a moment and thank the three of you for joining me on this journey, because I consider you three my family. Since before Mir passed on to after, I will protect the three of you with my own life. Now, this is not a time for sadness, as Mir has taught me, but a time for celebration, because she has lived a life well spent. She would love nothing more than to have passed on, knowing full well that even though the breaking hasn't happened, the traditions are passed down from generation to generation. And I'm going to read a quick little thing from the tome itself. Now, do I have the tome, or would this be more of a scroll?
No, it's a tome. You have it.
I have the actual
you have
tome.
This leather-bound book.
Yeah, so I open up the leather-bound book, the tome. The sun will rise again after the darkness has fallen. The only sun that mattered. Mir was our sun, but now it is time for the darkness to end as we celebrate the rise of a new sun. She gave me a letter before she passed on and told me not to open it until then, so I figured I'd save it for this moment. I open it up, and I'm just like, huh. Okay.
Do you need help reading it?
No, it's not what I thought. Okay, this is weird, but okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, sorry guys, this is really weird. I thought this was gonna be like a heartfelt moment, but all it says is, will you be able to hold the sun in your hands? That's it. I don't understand what that means. Does this make any sense to any of you guys?
It's a riddle, surely.
I mean, she loved she did love her pranks. Maybe this is like the last prank.
Will you be able to hold the sun in your hand?
Yeah, will you be able to hold the sun in your hands? Sorry, that was a weird way to end this ceremony.
I mean, if anyone would want their funeral to end in a scavenger hunt, it's Mir.
Yeah, well, let's get to... There's a better way to say that. Let's place Mir... Sorry, I'm on a weird funk now. Let's put her in the ground. Nope. Let's go ahead and finish the ceremony.
Begin the burial.
Is it like a roll thing?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Sorry, Blossom. Would you mind? I'm just gonna sit over here for a brief second and kind of like sit with this because it doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm not frustrated. I'm just confused.
It's okay. It's okay.
I reshape my scythe into like a large shovel and begin digging a grave.
What kind of last words is this to give your grandson?
I move
Take a
to
breath.
the edge and begin to.
It doesn't make sense, though.
When did she give this to you?
Like a couple weeks ago. I mean, she knew she was dying. Like that's how we were able to prep all this. She asked for volunteers herself. I think she asked me personally.
And she said to read it. No.
Well, no, I just thought that would be a nice gesture. I had to wait till she passed on, so I was like, oh, well, a better place than here. I'm sorry, guys. This is weird. Fuck. Sorry, Kodiak. Darn it.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna meditate on this, I think, over here
Good.
in the corner.
You do not need all the answers now.
So just history check. If I think real hard about these words,
Sure.
do they strike a bell at all?
Roll me a history check.
Great. That's a 4.
No, they don't ring a bell. You've never heard her say this to you before, ever.
What is the sun?
As you are burying her, you're still
That's
digging
what
the
I'm
hole.
saying. Is it a metaphor?
Am I crazy? Didn't he just do a passage about the sun?
He did do a passage about the sun, but the question asked was, will you be able to
Hold the sun in your hands.
in your hands?
Right, and she was the sun, and a new sun must rise. Was that the passage, right?
Well, that was just something nice I was saying.
That wasn't from the book?
No, that just ended.
Oh.
That first little bit was just what I was reading from the tome. I thought it'd be really sweet if I called her our son, because she kind of was. She raised all of us practically. I mean, she raised me. I don't know about you, Blossom, but she raised the three of us for sure.
As far as I know, I've always been.
See?
And Blossom, you begin to feel that leather pouch that you carry. And that's what triggers in that moment of, as far as I've I've always existed, essentially, right? And that sign was I wonder if I will ever be able to know when I started, right? And yeah, Mira's in the grave now. And
I mean, okay. Sorry. Oh, let me finish the ceremony. I grab a handful of dirt. If everyone would please grab a handful of dirt.
Okay.
I nose a bit of dirt towards the edge.
Yep. We here, who are all now, we, the protectors of the gates to the afterlife, grant thee entry.
you throw dirt.
I do my best to whisper to Kalani, he's really kind of lost the plot, hasn't he?
I haven't been to a lot of Roki funerals. Is this not normal?
He's just lost a little of his general eloquence.
He just lost his grandmother.
Yes.
And her last words to him were a very nonsensical note.
Listen here, old woman. What do these mean? Just tell me.
So I nose my dirt into it, and just a very.
You just hear me leaning on the ground whispering to her.
Yeah, I nose my dirt into it and just stare for just a moment of remembering her.
Okay.
And seeing him sort of freaking out, I take a massive paw and just put it on the paper. There will be time for that later. These are her final moments. Spend it in the present.
Fine. I can do that.
Disadvantage.
can do that better.
Okay. If you don't, you get the hug.
I'll be fine. I'm good.
Okay. and I lift the paw.
Blossom. Kalani. Would you like to put dirt in there or
Yeah, I put a massive handful of dirt.
shovelful?
I release my dirt on top of her, and then I take a little glass wind chime that I made and hang it on a nearby tree branch.
Oh, that's cool.
And as you all drop the dirt from the earth back onto her, the ground begins to rumble.
Oh.
But it stops.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was her passing on?
And you hear the rumbling again as if the earth begins to shake. And it stops. Anybody like to roll a perception check?
I would like to get to a clear, open spot.
I mean, you're practically in a clear open spot in this...
22.
I would like to find the clearest, most open spot.
In the center of Madrigard.
25.
22, 25.
What do we
Perception.
Can I do nature?
I'll allow it.
Well, I just want to know, like, if I know that this is a precursor for an earthquake, or
Okay, I like that.
like, is it a natural tremble? Well, I got a 5.
You can't tell.
I got a 14.
14. That's okay. So with a 25 and a 23, 2, excuse me, and a 14, amidst the peak of the mountains, air trembles and the ground begins to rumble as ancient power stirs. The arcane energy of Madrigard disappears completely with a deep, deafening roar that echoes through the valleys. A massive dragon emerges from the mountain.
No, that's just supposed to be folklore. That's not supposed to be real.
Its scales shimmering in the moonlight.
I put you underneath me.
As it breaks free from the mountain's surface, stones and boulders tumble away, cascading down the slopes in a shower of debris. The dragon unfurls its colossal wings, each span casting a shadow that darkens the ground below. Its eyes burn like molten amber, and as it ascends, a plum of smoke and ash billow from the mountain, swirling around its majestic form. And with a final, powerful thrust of its wings, the dragon launches into the sky, leaving behind a landscape transformed by its awakening. And as you marvel in this dragon appearing from the mountain, rocks from Badelith begin to descend on the party. And Bowen, in your head, you hear, Aegis. Aegis, say it, say it!
Aegis.
What is everybody doing in this moment? You have one turn to react to this.
I'm literally just grabbing the two humans and putting them under me.
There's
What?
one human.
Well, the Genasi and the and the other human. So, Kleena and Bowen, grabbing them underneath me and then curling around them just like my mother would do to protect them from the rocks. That's all Father Bear's doing.
Then I start yelling that word out. I'm just like, Aegis! Aegis!
Give me an Arcana check. What would you like to do?
I mean, it won't really help, but I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
I love it.
As I begin to shimmer with green energy, and then I'm just gonna step in front of the bear with my arms crossed and brace for any rocks that might cascade down on us.
And Kalani, anything?
I'm frozen.
Underneath the bear with your essential nephew yelling a word you've never heard before. And as these rocks come closer and closer to you, nothing there to stop them from falling you. You feel with the 15, was that what you rolled?
Yeah.
The magical energy you've never felt before shield all of you as the book, the tome, opens up. And that's where we'll end it tonight. Oh, man. It's a short one. It's a short one, so I probably won't have to do too much editing of that. But
You sure?
I mean, we'll see. There was a
There's
lot of
bear
dicks. A lot of bear dicks. Thanks,
Gotta keep it now.
Gotta keep the bear
Otherwise,
dicks.
people won't know what we're talking about.
That's okay. Thanks, everyone, for listening to So You Want to Be a Hero. We are 5 best friends that said fuck it and pressed record. My name is Brad Silman, your dungeon master, and with me always are my 4 best friends, Laus Weindel,
Yo!
Emily Robinson,
Bye, guys.
Papa McQueen,
Fuck it.
and John Garza. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social medias at HeroCast_ATX. We're on the TikTok. We're on the Instagram threads. We have a Discord channel. And I want to give a shout out to... We are on Blue Sky. Thank you. I forget. Give a shout out to Bard Queen. Follow her on Patreon. Not Patreon. She probably has a Patreon. Follow her on Spotify. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram and threads and all that.
And
Thanks.
YouTube.
And YouTube. And thank you for listening. Bard Queen, play us out.
Maybe they'll ignore the Armageddon at our door. The Pantheons at war and Armageddon's at our door.
I got
So this episode's gonna be titled Bear Dick, right?
Rule 21. Bear Dick.
Oh, that's what it was, 21, not 42.
No.
Oh, Rule 42 is what you meant.
So I got it right?
Yeah. Rule
But we're on
42
Rule
is the whole
21.
porn thing.
Okay.
Rule 21 would be episode number.
20.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's how we do things
Okay,
in this.
sorry, I got lost.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip
But
All
if
right,
we ever
so-
get Rule 42,
We do have to figure out what
we
we're gonna
fucking
title
made
these,
it.
though.
We'll figure it out.
Do rules or
Well, I got a sketchbook to show you, Emily. Let's go.
Let's.
It's when other people have a sketchbook to show
Oh.
us.
Breaking. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. One more second, please. Hey.
Forte starts to play behind him as he's speaking to try to help him with the mood.
Insert some Mongolian throat singing here.
Straight up. That's the music I tried to find to do the Verdant Echoes, but I couldn't find any.
16. You do a really good job of.
You have.
You want me to do it?
Sorry. I apologize, Brad. I just meant you did. Remember for Einsam, you found Mongolian throat singing.
Oh, yes. That's the
doesn't
Who.
fit.
We can't use their music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Who's a great band. You should all check them out.
The Who?
Who?
The HU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Mongolian rock band.
Sorry. I
Behind
apologize,
Blue
Brad.
Eyes, man. Great song.
Yeah, I know.
Mount that bear, baby.
God damn it.
And I start.
I'm gonna make it so you can't cut it, Brad.
And